Let's discover the next innovation, Whisker, and let's view the short video.
You've probably heard the saying, if it's free, then you're the product. It's time to take back the power. This easy-to-use app could revolutionize e-commerce by letting consumers own their data. Shoppers can choose to sell their data in return for discounts with partner brands. And the more you use the app to say what products you like, the more your data is worth. Whisker. Own your data.
Wonderful. Well, normally we start with a special guest sort of defending this innovation, but I'd like to get right away to our founder, Ann-Lauriene of Whisker, who's here with us today from Germany, as well as Leonardo Bonanni from New York University. I take that all back. You can forget what I just said. I would like to introduce Robin, who is the CDO of HEC Paris. Alors, vous êtes là.
So you're here to tell us why you support Whisker, why it is the project of the year. Yes? Absolutely right. In English.
Speak in English.
My favorite language.
So thank you very much for inviting me here. I'm very delighted to present Whisker today in this audience. And the main reason why I'm very much supportive of this project really is, we have this context of increasingly demanding legal requirement for data protection. And we all know that GDPR is coming up, but also there is a growing debate around the fair distribution, or some say unfair distribution, of value creation from data. And data, especially from every one of us as consumers. And I think in this particular context, Whisker proposition is extremely smart and on purpose, because basically what these guys have produced is a mobile commerce platform powered by blockchain, which enables the consumer to not only protect his or her own data, but also to monetize them and to get value back from the data they are giving to retailers and to announcers.
Thank you so much. Without further ado, please give a warm welcome to Ann-Lauriene and Leonardo, who are here with us today. Have a seat. Welcome. Thank you so much. So you are pioneering sort of a new idea of the way that customers and consumers are going to be using their data. It seems pretty radical, and I'm having a hard time wrapping my mind around how I could own my data. How do you explain that?
Yes, I think it's a very radical or dramatic change, but in order to pioneer an idea, in order to really make a change, you need to be dramatic. And we at Whisker want to change the way we think about data ownership, because it's a very important topic, as Thierry was saying in the first talk. And I think it's usually when you go to an online store, or you use a web servers, or you use Facebook, you basically use all these products that are marketed as free. But at the end, you basically pay for the product by providing your personal data. And I think we definitely need to change that.
So I know that you have developed on blockchain. How strategic was that to Whisker?
The blockchain is definitely a very integral part of our app, and it helps us to decentralize the consumer data we are collecting, and to make the connection between advertisers and users more secure. And on top, we are doing an ICO, which is actually still running until the end of February. And for that, we created our own token called the WIS token. It's an ERC20 utility token that runs on the Ethereum blockchain. And it makes sure that advertisers and users are connected directly, and that users are being rewarded for sharing their consumer data.
So you mentioned blockchain being really important. I think that speed is also a big part of your product, and I think we actually have a demo that I would like to show people. If we could pull that up, because it's actually really impressive to see how quickly you're suggesting that we scroll through products. That's fast. So the more information that I give by saying what I like and what I don't like, the more tokens I get. Is that how it works?
The more tokens you get, and also the better the experience. So the whole speed is a very integral part of the experience. And actually, we are showing items at up to 20 items per second. So which at first looks way too fast, but all of these products are visually curated and they're visually similar. So you can definitely decide if you like a certain set or not by just looking at it very quickly. It's sort of a whole shopping experience compressed into one single session. And it's very similar to browsing through a mall and looking at storefronts. You just look through the window and you can very quickly decide if you like something or if you don't like it. And if you like it, you just go inside, you browse through the racks, and this is exactly what we simulate with our experience. And I think we are hitting two trends that are happening at the moment. The first one being the ever-decreasing attention span of users, and especially younger generation. They share a story in 140 characters, or they share a moment for 10 seconds. And we definitely hit the nerve there. And I think the second trend is that people just demand experience in the online and offline world. And I think with our single button navigation, we're definitely hitting those.
So you started in e-commerce. Are there other sort of verticals that you're looking at on the roadmap for Wysker?
I think the whole concept of data ownership can be applied to anything. And I think it's very important that people are aware of these things. And I think especially with the trend of Internet of Things, everything is collecting data. Even your coffee machine is getting smarter over time. And I think it's important that people understand that the data should be yours and that you should definitely profit from it. And I think Terry was saying it in his talk as well, that data is the new oil. And I think that's definitely true.
Well, I'd like to get the input from Leonardo. So data being the new oil, is this where you think the world is going?
I mean, there's no question. That's how most of the big internet platforms have made their impact and all of their money. And what I love about this project the most is this reversal of the idea, and actually talking to you, learning about your inspiration for making an online shopping platform that in the exact opposite way from all the other ones treats the customer with the confidentiality that they deserve. And in fact, how does that position you, do you think, in terms of a business model in comparison with Amazon and all of the networks that do the exact opposite, that extract value from the data they collect from customers? How does your business model extract value the other way?
I think it's important that that users have the data, and I mean everything that you see within the Wysker app is buyable. So if you just double tap on it, you're directed to the online store. So you can definitely have an affiliate model there. And but it's not our main business model. We definitely want to focus on having the Wysk token integrated into the app, and for advertisers in the future to be able to use these tokens to actually promote products to specific people that give their consent that they want to see an ad, and give the user the benefit of discounts.
What was it that personally inspired you to flip this paradigm on its head?
I think I have a completely different background. I'm a PhD in physics, and I was always fascinated by data and the open access policy. And I think it's important that people have the right to their data, and that it just shouldn't be exploded by big corporations that just earn millions of dollars with it. And I think because it's just, we're just creating so much more data every day, and so it's important to start think about a solution that actually helps the user and profits, and so we are not just going down the track.
Well, thank you so much to all of our panelists. I want to give you a chance to address the audience and tell them why they should vote for you as the Innovation of the Year before we get to our trophy.
I think it will help all of us here, because we are all consumers. We are all giving our data for free, away for free all the time. And it's definitely not an easy task we are tackling, and we are competing with very big tech companies who have a lot of attention and have a lot of money that we as a startup don't have. We just launched the Wysker app. It's available since a week on the Play Store, so you can all download it as well.
Cool.
And so yeah, I think voting for Wysker will definitely vote for giving to return your user data.
Thank you so much, and we can also participate in the ICO.
Yeah.
Great. Well, then let's bring out their trophy. Thank you so much. Come on up here. Robin, will you do the honors? And I think there's a little photo op if you look right over here. Thank you, everyone. So that was our third and final innovator for this episode, Decision Zero. To wrap up this, I think we have a great video, and I'd also like to welcome Sandrine and Emily back to the stage. Let's check out the video wrap-up together.